why did I swap the cam in my car when I already had a high performance one to begin with? What's the cost and what all is involved in swapping out your cam? What kind of horsepower can you realistically make by putting a cam and tune with your car? And what's the difference between putting a supercharger on your car or heads and a cam with a tune on your car in terms of performance and cost? We're going to go ahead and answer all those questions right now, me and you. And in case you're wondering, as we're doing this drive, if you're a fan of Sons of Anarchy, you will notice that this is the same road that Jax Teller died on. So anyways, number one, why did I swap out my cam when I already had a Texas Speed Performance cam in here to begin with? It's simple. The cam that I had in here put out some amazing power, but it did it really low in the RPM range, and I wanted it to be much, much higher up in that RPM range based off the way I drive and the type of racing I do. Slight disadvantage is when it's meant to go that high in RPM and you're just idling, starting to go from a dead stop. If you're not used to it, it's a bit tricky to actually get going. What is the cost and what all is involved with switching out your cam? Well, the cost is really not that much, between $300-400 for a good cam. This is an LS3. You can see right here that this is a great cam by Texas Speed Performance. Matter of fact, it's the cam I got. When you're putting a cam in, if you're not doing it yourself, you're paying a lot of money in labor. So I suggest you find you a friend who knows what they're doing, offer them a 6-pack and a pizza, and have them show you how to go about doing it properly. If you don't have a friend like that, you need new friends. That's why you need to find you a redneck. We live for this stuff. This is like, I would rather do this than make love to, no, I'd rather do that. So to do it, you got to pull off the front end in this car. You got to pull out the radiator fans. You got to go ahead and take off the harmonic balancer. There's a lot of bits and bobbles that need to come off. And if you have not pinned your harmonic balancer as a Corvette owner, as an LS owner, I highly recommend you do that. There's a link down in the description, video how to do it and the cost of the parts. It's a stupid pressure fitted piece. This way you'll never have to worry about it again. So if you're gonna pay somebody to do it, you're looking several $1,000s, and then while you're in there, you might as well get heads as well, because then you gotta go ahead and do a tune. Now, what kind of power can it make? You can easily, in an LS engine, because you're gonna be doing a tune too, on top of that, you can easily up the horsepower by 50 horsepower. That's significant. If you're gonna go ahead and do what I do, which I suffer from the while you're in there syndrome, while I'm in there, I'm gonna do this. While I'm in there, I'm also gonna upgrade that. While I'm in there, I'm gonna do this. And I keep doing that until my credit card's melted or my wife yells at me, one or the other or both in some occasions. But you wanna go ahead and, when you replace the cam, I was babbling a bit, I do apologize. The power you can make is substantial, 50 horsepower plus. Now that brings me to the last one. What is the difference, and I get asked this a lot, by the way, I really do. What is the difference between supercharging your car or putting heads and a cam and a tune on your car? This is my easy way of answering it. Start and decide, what do I want to accomplish with this car in the first place? Now, regardless of the answer, the first thing you're going to have to do is unsprung weight. Wheels, tires, suspension. And by the way, I got a link down in the description of Fitment Industries. It's going to save you a ton of money when you go to buy them parts. Fitment Industries, they're amazing. But you're going to go ahead and compare heads, cam, tune, the same price, because heads ain't cheap, to the supercharger. You're going to put down more power with the supercharger, but if you're going to do a supercharger and you want to do it right, you should do heads and a cam as well, and you got to get it tuned anyways. Don't look at doing the supercharger unless you're putting down insane gobs of horsepower. This is a naturally aspirated car. I have all the bolt-ons. I have heads, I have the cam, I have the intake manifold, I've ported and polished all that, and I'm putting down about 550 horsepower to the rear wheels without a supercharger. For my applications, this does not need it. My wife's car, though, I didn't tell her, but I'm going to go ahead and put a supercharger on that LT1 on her C6 Corvette. Dadgum, she's going to be either madder than a hound dog trying to pass a peach pit, or she's gonna be happier than all get out. I don't know which, but I need you to go ahead and like and subscribe, because I got so many goodies coming up, including porting the polishing the heads on her car, the intake manifold, and I want you to learn how to do it right, so stick around.